What's the motherfucking deal, Sauce motherfucking Nation? Tonight, well, first and foremost, if you're not familiar with Sauce Sports, welcome to Sauce Sports. Sauce Sports is a Houston, Texas homer network, so that means we're talking all sports, but only Houston. Tonight we're going to do something a little bit different. Y'all know I normally don't sauce on Saturdays, but I figure why not? Why the fuck not? We're going to talk about some very interesting ideas, I guess we could say. We're going to discuss the potential 53-man roster and what we think it is. So like I say, this is going to be all about you tonight, Sauce Nation, okay? Because like I say, you know, I have my thoughts. We all have our points and things. But there is no flavor without you guys. And I apologize. Like I said, I've been ripping, running, like running in and out. And once I change like environments from the AC to whatever, so I'm sweating a little bit profusely. But again, it's all about y'all. So first, before we dive into the nice topic, let's see who we got in the mix. And that means the Sauce Nation roll call. And so if you're not familiar with how the roll call operates, man, if you are from the city, shout out your side with pride. If you're not from Houston or the Houston area, let us know where you're from, man, so I can send a little bit of love in your direction. You know what I'm saying? If you're city, state, town, hood, block, avenue, cult. I was going to say cul-de-sac, but I was saying cult. You guys, some of you guys might be. What is that? I'm thinking of fucking Far Cry 5, Eden's Gate. Was that Heaven's Gate or something like that? Whatever. If you're part of that culture, you might not be around anymore. But however you represent, however you identify, man, let us know or let me know so I can show you a little bit of love, send a bit of love in your direction, man. Because like I say, I appreciate the fact that you guys take the time to stir up sauce with your boy. And it's a wonderful thing, man. It's a wonderful thing. So let's see what we got in here. And let's get in it to win it, man. Miss Voodoo C, what's the motherfucking deal? Jason Ducey, what's the motherfucking deal? Devontae Love, KS857, real family. I don't know about that real family guy representing downtown Atlanta, but real family, you get some love too. You just need some help. The Coon, what's the motherfucking deal? Anthony Gucci needs his daily attention. Yeah, you with the soda. What's up, Max Vasquez? What's the motherfucking deal, man? Houston B, what's the motherfucking deal? DeMarcus Johnson, good to see you, man. B Shev, what's the motherfucking deal? Eastside Harold, good to see you. Let me see. Heidi she's a member of the cult of Scientology. She's going to audit everyone, so be careful. Make sure your theta levels are correct. Brandon 335 going live representing the slum as always. That's what's shaking. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Motherfucker be Tomball, Texas in the house already. Okay, got another humble representative already. Who fucking with Jackson? Broderick Brooks, man, good to see you. What's the motherfucking deal? Spring in the motherfucking house. I see y'all. Arkansas representing already. You know what I'm saying? Look. I can't help it. It automatically retracts the messages when they be doing this unless somebody else takes it off. I don't know how that works. But again, the Patriots couldn't win last Super Bowl because Tom Brady can't catch. But Tom balls. But again, like I say, man, I appreciate all of y'all. We're going to talk about some things. Like I say, we're going to predict. And again, you guys are going to predict the 53-man roster. We're going to go over the little technicalities. And I'm still trying to figure out how exactly we're going to do this. But let's see if we can pull up a current roster. But again, you know, we're going to talk about how many people we're going to carry at each position. Last year, we're going to go over the numbers from last year. And then we'll talk about what I think or how I think we will approach it this year. Okay. So let's, well, it won't let you. Okay, yeah, it will. Awesome. All right. And we'll go over some names just in case you guys forget, and we'll make sure to let me cut that out. That's unnecessary. All right, just in case. And so we'll talk about some names, and then, like I say, we'll take some votes. We'll take some thoughts on who you guys think is going to be on this roster when the cuts are made and it's down to 53. All right, so first and foremost, I want to know, this is how we're going to do it, because I think there's going to be some changes. And so as we get into this, you know, I don't think we're going to carry as many guys at certain positions as we did last year. I'm just going to feed off of last year. And then I think at other positions, we're going to make some changes. But we're going to make sure it equates to 53 one way or another. So starting off, we got to figure out how many we're carrying at each position. So let me get this right here. That'll work right here. Because, like I said, I think the numbers would be different. Because, I mean, we started off last year, we only carried fucking 2 quarterbacks, which was a mistake. And this year, you know, we hope we only have to use 1. But, you know, I think it's good to have a couple of options, because the drop off from the number 1 quarterback to everyone else is not so good. So here's the list, okay? And I want to know what y'all think. And here's my opinion. Okay, quarterback last year we carried 2. Personally, I think we end up carrying 3 this year. And that's kind of what I think we'll run with. I want to run with, but y'all let me know. Like I say, running backs last year we carried 7. I don't think we do that this year. I'm gonna say that number declines to about 5 or 6. So I don't know. So, you know, like I said, I want to make sure before we get all the way into the list, that we get our numbers correct. So I'm gonna say I think we're gonna run with about and then you got to consider, I guess, X factor guys and you know, others. All right, Anthony, that's enough of that for now. Otherwise, I'm gonna put you in timeout. We get your point. We understand what you're saying, but now you're starting to get annoying. So I'll give you one warning. After that, I'm gonna time your motherfucking ass out. So, like I said, I think 5 at the running back position is what I'm thinking. And I think we actually upped the receivers from 4 last year we carried, and I think we end up carrying 6 this year. And again, like I said, if y'all disagree, if you think differently, what's the motherfucking deal, Texans boy? Okay, well, if that's what you want, you are more than welcome to entertain there you go. The nonsense. You can go to purgatory. So it's like I say, you can stick around, you can list all this shit, but nobody will even know you exist. So there you go. I'm gonna get credit for his stats. He'll just be wasting his own time. So, a matter of fact, let's see. You say, like, so yeah, that's what I say. Okay, where we're receivers, yes, 6. I think I said we carried 4 start. I mean, like I say, now this is the starting the season, and we started off. This is like the numbers we started off with. You know, it fluctuated throughout the season. The 6, we're gonna get on the like I said, I'm gonna get the numbers down first, and then we'll go. Like I say, we'll go over the actual position, because I want to make sure we have a tally of 53. That way, we're not trying to get to the end and we put too many in one position and too many in the other. Tight ends, we had 3. I think we stick with that. I think we stick with 3. Just like I say, me personally. And you say, Brad, you say you feel like we'll start off heavy with the RBs. Okay, let's see. We got one. Let's make sure where we're at right now is 336. That's 11, 17. Okay, just make sure we stay on top of the numbers. Tackles last year we carried 4 tackles going into the season, and that was not counting Dwayne Brown. And I'm just thinking about it. I think we're probably at the same number. And then again, thinking about some of that versatility, that's it kind of gets a little sketchy. Guards, technically, we carried 2 last year. And I guess it depends on how you look at it. That's where we get a little sketchy, like the guard and center position, because, you know, you had a couple of guys that kind of went both ways. So we'll kind of, I'll make guards tentatively. I'm going to say 3. And then because last year was 2, and then centers this year I'm going to say 2, as opposed to last year technically it was 3, with Kyle Fuller being a center. Okay, so you think we carry all 4 of the tight ends? Because we got 4 right now. We got we got the 2 rookies, Griffin and Anderson. Who else do we have? No, yeah, what's the name just retired? So you think we go 4? I'll keep that a tentative 4 here. Like I say, to make sure we just keep our numbers right. So that puts us at another, this puts us at what, 26? Yeah. Okay. So now we're talking about special teams, and that's punters, kickers, etc. I think last year, who was it? John Weeks, Fairbairn, and Leckler. So, again, I think we're about in that same boat. Excuse me. Got some shit in my eye. Must have been some of Gucci's conversation. Oh man, I don't even want to talk about the Fairbear. I like Care Bears, but not the Fairbear. Like I say, specialists, I think we were in 3 again. Now we're talking about the D line. We carried 6 on the line last year. I think we're about in that same boat. I'm got to think, like I say, we have to pull up the roster because I'm thinking of some names, make sure I'm not forgetting anybody. But I think we'll be about in that same boat. Then you're talking about outside and edge rushers. Yeah, this is where we get a little sketchy. Like I said, I want to make sure our numbers stay right. That puts us currently at 35. So now like I said, we have outside and edge rushers. We carried 4. It's a sparkle in my eye. Linebackers, we carried 5. Cornerbacks last year, we carried 5. And we carried 5 safeties starting off the season. So let's see, that puts us at. So that puts us, we're going to have to lose 1 at one of those spots. So I'm thinking 4 on the outside, linebacker / edge rusher. I think we're going to, well, because again, like I say, the corner situation is strange. And with Howell going down, Kareem moving to safety. So let's say, I'm going to say 5 at safety. I'm interested in this. This is where it gets a little bit. We're going to, like I say, this is tentative, nothing. We're not going to, I'm trying to avoid doing the pancakes, saying that I'm going to come up with a 53-man roster and then dropping 76 names. So we're going to do this right. We're going to do this accurately. So even if we're a little off, man, we know, look, we can't, we're not going to kill ourselves over. So we're going to say 5 LB. I'm going to say 4 corners, even though I know we're going to carry more than that. And, yeah, we're going to 5 outside edge rushers, 5 LB. 4 outside edge rushers, 5 LB, 4 corners, and I want to say 5 safeties, but I think we might end up flipping that. I think we might go to 5 corners and 4 safeties, and that should put us at 53. Okay, so there we go. We'll run with that. Okay. Man, I agree with you on that project. Again, I thought when he came in, I thought that Zach would be. I thought that Zach would definitely be an outside guy, but again, they saying he's put on some weight, and that he did well for where he was. But I think that, in my opinion, I just felt like he would excel on the outside. So let's get started, man. We're going to go in that order. Okay. So starting with the easiest one. Carrying 3 quarterbacks. So we already know who number 1 is. That's no question. Now you have who we have left on the roster. We have let me pull up my reference. Some of these guys are no-named. Do we still have the Heineken? All right, here we go. Yeah. Stephen Morris, Brandon Whedon, Webb, and Watson. Morris will not be there. Okay, so that's the easy one. It's going to be Whedon, then Webb. I think that's kind of how it's going to go. So we're going to go WWW. Whedon, Webb, Watson. Definitely not in that order. But those are the 3 QBs you're going to carry. Running backs. Now, this is supposed to be where you guys are going to vote. This is your opinions here. But we're going to get you think Morris may go over Webb? Say third string for punt fakes. What's up, Mr. Agent Pikachu? You think we're going to go carry 2 wise? I think that they learn from their mistake, man. And like I say, these might not be the same guys at the beginning. Of course, some names may swap. But I don't think it would be ideal to fall into the same situation as last year. But again, in the beginning of the season, you may have a point there. You may have a point there early in the season, only running with 2. Sam Avellino, Okay, what's the motherfucking deal? So we're gonna go run with 2, and you guys are saying Webb is the odd man out. Or you going with because again, like I say, this is your vote, this is your thought. So don't let me overwhelm it. Don't let me run with it, because I'll take my shit and I'll be running with shit. Solar Pimp C, what's the motherfucking deal, man? Been a minute, I ain't seen you in a minute. Hope everything's been all right. Hope all is well, man. Always good to see you. All right, so we'll cut Webb, and so that'll open up a spot later down the line. So I guess that puts that we'll make that the 5th safety. So we'll add that down to the end. Shane for 3rd. Okay. So we're going with Watson and Whedon as the 2 quarterbacks early on. That's who be available. Okay. Yeah, because I don't think they make that mistake again. Because I just feel like man, you know what happened last year. We had some very interesting situations take place. Running back. Now, I personally said I think we ran with 5. Weeks will be with the specialist, so he'll be there. You know what I'm saying? It just started raining. It was good earlier. It just started raining on my side. So here we go. All right. So we got some folks saying Webb stayed, but if we're gonna go with the 2 QBs, we'll run with 2 QBs, because again, it's early in the season, first game. Let's say we're looking at the roster for the first game. They don't feel like they're gonna lose both their QBs in the first game, so you're gonna take that risk. I see Watson and Whedon. Okay. Now we're talking about running backs now. Oh man, absolutely, man. We ain't going nowhere, man. You matter of fact, I need to holler at you about something. But I'll get with you, man. Shoot me a message on whatever platform is most convenient with you. And I wanted to ask you something, because I remember you said that about your occupation. I wanted to make sure that was correct about that. I want to holler at you. Running backs, though. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Miller's there. And if we're talking about the beginning of the season, do you guys feel like Foreman will be healthy for the beginning of the season? Do you think that he's going to be good to go? Do we put him in that starting 5? I mean, well, not that starting 5, but in that 5 running back roster spot? And then you got to look at, they have who they got, the little kid, Swanson. They got we got Troy Maine Pope, Deontay Foreman, Lamar Miller, of course, Tyler Irvin, Alfred Blue, Lavon Coleman. Someone actually I haven't paid much attention to. I didn't even know about that one. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because we currently have 7 running backs on the roster. So Miller, Foreman, and Blue. And as I'm saying, I'm not saying as a starter. I'm just asking if you guys think that, like I say, because we're talking about the roster, not necessarily starters. Do you feel like Foreman is healthy and he's going to be on that starting that first game day roster? I mean, he'll be available. Or do you think that that he may be injured to start the season still? You know what I'm saying? Okay. And yeah, absolutely. And I didn't think about that. Prosh is absolutely. You have to consider him in the running back category. So I'm saying Foreman. I'm saying a couple of folks said Foreman. They don't think he's going to be there. I see Foreman week 3. I see some folks saying Miller, Foreman, Blue. Let's see what else we got. You think it'd be 4 running backs? I mean, are you including okay. Are you including Jay Prosh in that? I mean, they like Prosh. I like Prosh. We just don't use him. But so I don't understand. Again, that doesn't make sense that we don't utilize him enough. So I kind of wonder about that myself. But we'll see. We'll see. You think Irvin is out? I see a couple folks saying Irvin out. Tyler Irvin, a maybe. Does Irvin provide that X factor that they keep wanting him for? So we're saying, I think the consensus I'm seeing is definitely Miller, definitely Blue. I'm going to put Prosh in there simply because not technically a running back, but as a fullback, we're going to put him in that category. So who are the other 2? And if people are saying, I'm seeing more people feel, okay, how about this? How about this? Because this will determine whether or not we count Deontay Foreman. Again, this is the starting first game roster. Okay. Deontay Foreman, give me a 1 if he's healthy to start the season. Give me a 2 if you don't think he's healthy to start the season. If he's not healthy, then we're not going to count him on the roster. 1 for health, 2 for not healthy. Oh. Damn. Okay. I'm seeing an overwhelming majority of 2s. Maybe see a couple of 1s sprinkled in there. Let's see. Okay, we see we got Max, Devontae, KSA 57, and B Shelv. Okay. I see they all saying 1s. Yeah, That's what I say. I don't think he goes to Publix because what Publix put you out 6 weeks, and so that you're. I think he'll be ready before that. So since we're not looking at him as healthy to start the season, again, but I've seen him putting in work. I just don't know. Let's go with let's we're going to count him out for now, and so that leaves you with. Because like I say, we have Miller, Blue, Prosh. And I think Blue, because of his special teams ability, is already going to be pretty much a lock. So that gives you Troymaine Pope, Tyler Ervin, Lavon Coleman. Out of those 3 guys, which 2 are on the roster? What are you talking about? The pot makes the Achilles recover faster. Yeah, Blue's there. Blue's going to be there. Right now, say for running backs, we got Miller, Blue, and Prosh down. And so I'm curious about the other 3. Like I say, Troymaine Pope, Tyler Ervin, Terry Swanson. And actually, I'm sorry. It's 4 of them. Troymaine Pope, Tyler Ervin, Terry Swanson, and Lavon Coleman. I think out of those guys, Ervin is going to get the nod because he was a draft pick. They he's had a couple of injuries. I think they're going to try to give him a shot to see what he can do. And because he's blue, double D, double die. And so I see a couple folks saying Popes. I'm seeing some Pope. When we get to the receivers, it's going to be very interesting. I think the receiving core is going to be very interesting, which should be next. Let me see. The keepers over. Oh man, yeah. Oh, I forgot about. See that one. I would like to. I like Akeem Hunt, but again, like I said, I don't know if he comes back. I would love to see him on this roster. So let's say the fifth guy. Like I said, out of Coleman, Swanson, and Pope. I know a lot. Swanson is the guy. He came out of Toledo, right? And then I have no idea who Lavon Coleman is. And Troymaine Pope used to be with the Seahawks, if I'm not mistaken. So you think Swanson? You think they give the Swanson guy a look? Okay. I see a couple for Swanson. We'll run with Swanson. Okay. All right, so right now, quarterbacks, Watson, Whedon. Running backs, Miller, Blue, Prosh, Ervin, Swanson. But again, without what's his name being on the PUP list, technically he's gonna take up a roster spot. He just won't be available. So I mean, technically it's Foreman, but again, like I say, we're just speculating who's out there to start off the season. Now we're gonna take 6 wide receivers. And this should get interesting. Hopkins, of course. No questions asked about that. PED's Fuller, the Hulk now. And I'm just joking, but Fuller has definitely gotten swole. Fuller's in the mix. Ellington is basically a lock. Now, after that, you get real interesting. We're calling 6 receivers. This is what we're going to call for this one. DeAndre White. Okay. Let's see who actually. Let's list what we have here. So again, so I can keep everybody can keep up. Oh yeah, Kuti. Look, I'm forgetting. Kuti is a lock. I don't. There's no even asking about it because the way they've been speculating about him, Kuti is going to be a lock. So the last 2 that you have, because you've heard way more about Kuti than you've heard about Miller. So that leaves you with Braxton Miller, Chris Thompson, DeAndrew White, Vincent Smith, Jester Way, and I believe that's it. Yeah, let me see. Jester, Vincent, Sammy Coates, my bad. Sammy Coates, Braxton Miller, DeAndrew White, and Chris Thompson. So I see you saying D-Hop, Fuller, Ellington, Kuti, Miller, White, and Coates. Okay. You see Miller staying? And you see Miller having a spot? I mean, because like I say, I've heard some things they were talking about, maybe Miller was feeling himself a little bit too much. And maybe I think Chris Thompson stays because of his special teams ability. That's why I kind of like him. And I mean, when I did the I think the Know Your Texans last year on him, there was quite a few people who was like, man, pay attention to this dude. Some guys against friends and family, and I was definitely proven wrong. Definitely proven wrong. They showed me a couple of things, or he showed me some things, and I like him. I mean, he even had to come in and play a little bit of. He actually had to play some receivers, so I found that to be a plus for him. And he had a couple of good catches. Definitely had a couple of good catches. Shit, not with that shoulder he had. So, let's see where we at. Let's out of these guys again. So we got a couple of votes. So this is how we're going to do this, and to make it a little bit simplified, we have, what did we say? Jester, Vincent, Sammy, DeAndrew, and Thompson. I don't know. We're in a position where we might fuck around and might actually keep. We could possibly keep 7, but we're gonna go by the 6 on this list. I'm trying to see what we got here. We got I'm trying to figure out how we can determine this and make it an easy vote, because we got a couple of names. I think Thompson stays simply because of the added, again, versatility is a key word that we've used here with this team a lot, and they've used a lot. So I see Thompson being number 5. So that leaves you with Jester, Vincent, Coates, and DeAndrew. DeAndrew had some nice little catches we saw in the little camps. Sammy Coates, out of all these guys, probably has the most experience. I know the Vincent Smith, that's the kid out of Limestone who ran like a something ridiculous, 4 something, real low 4 something. Jester, I'm not super familiar with, but again, these two are taller guys who kind of bring. Both these guys are 6'3", Vincent and Jester. It's a little bit taller than the other guys that we have on the roster, because everybody else is about 6'1". I don't know about Braxton Miller being 6'1". Is Braxton Miller does not look 6'1", so I don't know about that one. That one, I don't know about that. You're 4'3" flat? Okay. Vince Young is not that. Man, the weed is been on hiatus for almost a month now. We're close to, what is this, like day? Well, almost day 27ish or so, something like that. I don't know. I gotta go back and look. So we've been reefer free. It'll come back one day, but it'll stay in the Kush den, not in the sauce. The reefer stays in the Kush den where it belongs. So man, like I say, I think we're in a tough situation between DeAndrew, Sammy Coates, Vincent, and Way. So we got one position left, or one spot left. So I want y'all to drop the last name of the last receiver that you think we take that has been named. We have Hopkins, Fuller, Ellington, Kuti, Thompson. I think we're calling only carrying 6. What receiver do you think is going to take that 6th and final spot? Whoever gets the most picks is who we're going to run with. Man, I look like I pull up. Hey, look, I just been low key cooling, man. Likes burritos. What? Hey, man, I like all Mexican food. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I just been cooling. I ain't had as much Mexican food since I haven't been enjoying the good ganja. So let's see what we got. I see White. I see Way. I see Coates. I see Braxton. I see a Miller. I see. Let's see. Look, let me take. Let me do a little tally. Okay, because y'all going quick. White, Way, Miller, Coates, and Smith. Yeah, man, we got a lot of receivers on the roster right now. Let's see. Yeah, because they got Coates on here as 6'1", which is crazy. I thought Coates was 6'3" myself. What's up, Blink Squad? What's the motherfucking deal? Ronald Guzman, what's the motherfucking deal? Asmael Barapura, I don't know if I'm saying it right. Tristan Martin, what's the motherfucking deal? Like I said, anybody else I may have missed, you know what I'm saying? What's the motherfucking deal? Rex Gonzalez. Let's see. So we got, let's see, we got one for White. I see a Coates. I see a Way. I see a Braxton. I see a Kleindienst. I don't think she makes it. I don't think she can do it. Maybe if it was some MMA stuff going on, possibly. I got another for Coates. Another one for Jester. I see Thompson. I got Thompson marked. I got Thompson as the fifth guy already. I got him already included. I see another one for White. I see another one for Coates because Clemson. That sound about right. I see another one for White. Let's see. Oh, so you look. I see one took their vote away from Biller and added to White. Okay, White looked like he didn't just he didn't might have fucking stepped to the forefront. Yeah, I should have done a poll, but yeah, that actually would have been a smart thing to do. But I'm being lazy. Sometimes all the names don't show up when you start getting like 4 and 5 choices. All the names don't fucking show up sometimes. Okay, man. So, I mean, it's looking like White. White edged out Coates by a vote. Okay, and then shit, now by 2. There go Broderick. Okay, so yeah, it looks like White, man. Being from the H-Town, look, it's gonna be the H-Town guy versus the Clemson guy. What's up, Unique? How are you doing this evening? I'll have to look up the exact dates. Okay. So White will definitely take the. You say not ready for the league, just college stars. Okay. Dude got arrested. He wanted to see his dog. That sounds about. You already know, Jay. This if it ain't White, it ain't right. All right. So that's going to be our 6 then. Hopkins, Fuller, Ellington, Kuti, Thompson, and White. Which is very, very interesting. Yeah, we definitely y'all. We have 2 women in here right now. What? And they said I was misogynistic. Next position. Let's talk about tight ends. Now this is interesting. I see some people. I think Broderick said earlier that he felt like we would carry 4. I had us marked down for 3. So like I say, let me see, because I'm gonna keep it at that. Because like I said, I want to keep us at 53. So if we're only going to run with 3, but like I said, I would not be surprised if we went with all 4. And I think Anderson is very interesting because he's kind of versatile. He's almost receiver-like. But we'll see how that plays out. So I think with the tight ends right now, I think it is. I think it's kind of up in the air. I don't think anybody's just that much further ahead of anybody else. I know Griffin and Anderson have been here, but I know Griffin has, been knocked in the head a little bit. Anderson, I like Anderson. Like, you know what I mean? I like Anderson. So, again, this is y'all's choice. But, again, so you guys see, say both Jordans and Griffin. I see Anderson needs more consistency. Okay. So like I say, y'all drop y'all's 3. We got Akins, Thomas, Anderson, and Griffin. So again, if we're gonna run with 3, y'all drop the 3 names that y'all think. And again, like I said, I'll keep because with that one, since we're picking multiple, I should have done. I can't do a poll on that because it allows 1 vote. So, like I said, I'll drop the names here. Y'all drop the 3 y'all choose, and whoever gets the most votes. I'm start talking like a fucking Canadian. Whoever gets the most votes will be the 3 that we run with. Again, that's Jordan Akins, Jordan Thomas, Ryan Griffin, and Steven Anderson. Anderson has bias, in my opinion, because his mom liked the video I did on him when I dropped it. So Anderson will always get the plus in my book because I'm biased. All right, let's see. I see we got a Akins Thomas Anderson. Okay. Anderson. I see another Akins Thomas Anderson. I see Anderson, Griffiths, and Thomas. Okay. Griffith. Let's see. Griffin should have retired. Aiken, Thomas, and Thompson, Anderson. Okay. Anderson. Let's see. Griffin, Anderson, Akins. All right. Let me see where I'm at. Hopkins is somebody always. Hopkins he got that he be on them soccer workouts, man. Let's see. Make sure I'm getting everybody. Okay, staying on point. Got Griffin, Anderson, Akins. Okay. Anderson, Griffin, Akins. Okay. Mr. Killick, Max says Aiken, Anderson, Griff. All right. I see Anderson definitely leading the pack. Anderson, Griffin, Akins. Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to make sure I'm staying on the same thing. AGA. Got another AGA. Okay. Yeah, he's not the best blocker, but that's why I say he's more of he brings you that receiving aspect. But so I see a Griffin and Anderson. Anderson. Okay. All right. Let's see. And Akins. Okay. All right. So looking like okay. So we'll take that. We'll end the voting for that. I've heard some very interesting about Akins and Anderson because of their similar skill set. So it looks like Thomas is the odd man out if we only carry 3. So we'll go with Anderson having the most votes. Anderson and Akins having second. And then Griffin with third. So now we're talking about offensive tackles. I say we carry 4. And that should be pretty solid, easy pickings, I would assume. But again, just to let everybody know what we have. We have Davenport, a name I don't even want to say, in Kendall Lamb, Jarrett Jones-Smith, Chantrell Henderson, Martinez Rankin, Roderick Johnson, who was the recent pickup. So if we carry 4, Davenport is already basically it. Rankin being a draft pick, he is it, even though he is a little dinged up, and it's going to be interesting to see if he's going to be ready by the beginning of the year. But he should be. Henderson, which is a guy they just made a play for, he's going to be there. So that leaves us with the Roderick Johnson, Jarrett Jones-Smith, and Kendall Lamb. So the deal is to the point of dry heaving. Oh man, that is you just going in. That boy Sean Trill, man. All right, Unique, you too. What happened to you? You said you couldn't see your comments or something, but you should be all right. I see your comments. Let's see. Let's see. Where am I at? What's happening to Roberto Acosta? What's the motherfucking deal? Yeah, K-Lab, dog. K-Lab should not be on the mix. Oh. Well, I actually muted if we can see the stuff. Let me see. Once I see all the comments. Oh, you're on time. Let me see. I don't know. But let's see. Might have been thinking we comment like 5 times. Couldn't make you take a break. Oh, okay. I don't know. Lamb caught a pass from Horry once. I don't even want to talk about that. Yeah, that's what I say. He wasn't. Like I said, he just got in the thing. And so I'm trying to figure out what was going on there. Look, we barely get any women in here as it is. All right, we gotta keep the chicks here. All right. Because look, how am I ever gonna sell Sauce sports bras if we don't ever get any women in the sauce? So anyway, but let's see. We are talking about who's the fourth OT that you feel like we're going to pick up, and that leaves us, like I say, Jared Jones-Smith, Roderick Johnson, and Kendall Lamb. I'm gonna be honest. If anybody says Kendall Lamb, I'm gonna have sour feelings towards you, because that dude should, honestly, I thought he was gone. You know what I mean? I thought he was out of here, honestly. See, I should have known better, because this is the internet, and on the internets, this is what people do. You say sauce all over my face, baseball caps for women. Interesting. When you tell stop. That dude Lamb was a lamb to the wolves, man. I guess I don't know much about Jared Jones-Smith or Roderick Johnson, but I guess you got a 6'6" guy. He's the guy. What did he come from? The Browns? Roderick Johnson, one we just made a spot for from the Browns. And then you got Jared Jones-Smith, the 6'7", 320 guy. The Roderick Johnson, 6'6", 300, and Kendall Lamb. It doesn't matter because he just twerks in the bathroom with his girlfriend all day instead of getting reps. I'm not even making him an option. So out of Roderick Johnson, Jared Jones-Smith, who do y'all got? And then we'll move in to the interior line. Because again, two relatively unknown, so I think it's going to kind of be hit or miss either way. Lamb makes many sacrifices. Roderick's trash cat body. Okay. You think Lamb is honestly going to deal with he must, I don't know. I'm not even going to go there. I don't even say Jones-Smith. Yeah, it's like, honestly, it's at a point like, and Dwayne Brown, don't you wish? Look, yeah, we'll throw, look, I got a fucking coin in my pocket. No, because we don't want to be the pancakes, all right? What do we got? Here we go. I got a quarter. What year is this quarter from? Quarter from 1980, all right? No, 1980. All right, it's kind of a little reflection. So we're going to call heads for Johnson, and we're going to call tails for Jones-Smith. I'm not going to acknowledge Kendall Lamb just because of my own personal. Let's see what we got. Let's see. My own personal beef here. With I don't even have beef with Lamb. I just like, damn, I just don't think he's that good. All right. Oh, fuck, I got the wrong quarter. Now it's a new quarter. What the fuck is this? Ain't the same one. God damn it. It's one of these new fancy quarters. 2011. The 80s were better. All right. Tails for Jones-Smith. Heads for Roderick Johnson. And we're going Roderick Johnson. That's the way you solve an unnecessary dilemma. All right, going into guards, and this is where I think it gets interesting because you have a couple of guys who are center / guard, and so kind of the guard center position. I mean, it's interesting. So I'm saying 3 guards, 2 centers. Even though last year was considered 2 guards and 3 centers because they had I want to say they had Manx, Martin, and Fuller all as centers, but then you can get some guard play out of Manx too. You don't eat beef with lamb, but you have beef with lamb. You gotta accentuate the extra M. Lamb. It'll kindle lamb. All right, so talking about guards, we have Mason Gentry, David Questenberry, and these are what they have listed as guards. Sinio Kelamete. Slade is still on the roster. What was I thinking we got rid of Slade? So they got Slade as a guard / tackle. If all else fails, we'll replace him and put him in Johnson's spot as opposed to Johnson. Sinio Kelamete is going to be there because they made a play for him, so he's going to be there. Arsenio Hall. Newton was cut. Slade is interesting. I almost want to say, and I am going to say, because like I said, they have him as a guard / tackle, and I want to say Slade in the I'm gonna put Slade over Johnson. We're gonna make Slade a tackle, and that'll open up a little bit of space for us here because I don't want Kendall Lamb. Okay, I just don't want it. All right. But again, like I said, so it gives you Mason Gentry, David Questenberry, and we already got Sinio. So out of DQ and the Gentry guy, if we're only going to take 2 guards, I'd like to see. There you go. So you're saying Mason Gentry over DQ? I mean, you guys, this is y'all's vote. So like I say, out of the 2 that are left that they have again listed, we're going by what they're listed on as the roster. And what did I say? Did I change it up? Did I say we good with? Let me make sure. I said we're going with 3 guards. And then who they have? How do they have them listed at center? So let's. Okay, there we go. Okay. Because they have a bunch of center / guards here. Because I was about to say we were missing some names here. So you have Kyle Fuller at center / guard, Zach Fulton at center / guard. Fulton is going to be on the guard. And they got him more so center for I don't know why. You got Anthony Coyle, Greg Manx. And of course, Martin is the center. We can go ahead and put Martin down for center, automatic. Again, so that gives you Greg Manx, Zach Fulton, who's going to be in the guard spot. That gives you Kyle Fuller, who you say for money reasons, Mason over DQ. Kansas didn't beat DQ, what Brian Gaine did. Oh, man. Now we don't want to talk about Kelsey. Is Allen still in the mix? Because I'm not even saying, I mean, I know he's got to be in the mix. But I don't see. Is Allen still on the roster? Oh, okay, they got him on the pup list. Okay. I was about to say, that's wonder why I wasn't seeing him. They have him on the pup list, so should he be ready by the beginning of the season? Because I was about to say, I was like something is missing. So, what are we going to say with that? Guards, Sinio, Fulton, and Allen, or Allen over that. We're going to run with those 3 at the just training camp pup. Okay. So we'll run with those 3 at guard, and so it's center. Now, which I say gets interesting because they're probably going to carry more than that. Because like I said, we have at the center / guard position that leaves us with Greg Manx. We got Fulton down. We got Kyle Fuller, Greg Manx, Anthony Coyle. I'm going to say Martin, and I believe that Manx will be. There's a couple of guys I have not been updated. I have not been paying attention to. Well, like I said, we're going to go by what they have them listed here. I think Manx is on this roster, so there's no way he's not your backup guy. So if we're going with two centers, it's going to be Martin and Manx. Arsenio Hall. Start barking and shit. All right, let's let me put a little bit more oomph in this because we are taking a little bit of time, but we're gonna make a shake. Okay, so we've got guard, we've got center done. Special teams, kicker, punter, all that good stuff. You're gonna have Weeks. You're gonna have the Hawaiian. And make sure they don't have any other random names on here. We want to make sure everybody gets their fair shot. Who the fuck is Trevor Daniel? So I guess that's who's gonna challenge Leckler, Trevor Daniel. So is it gonna be Daniel or Leckler for the punter? What's the motherfucking deal, James Harden? I think that shouldn't even be a question that we have to ask, but. And we don't really have to ask that, so we're not going to ask that. Now let's move on to the D-line. I say we're carrying 6. That's my opinion. If anybody begs to differ, oh well. All right. At this point, oh well. Now we have at end, and we're gonna put Clowney as outside linebacker, of course. We have Heath, Carlos Watkins, Watt, Angelo Blackson, Christian Covington, Nick Thurman. And then we have Brandon Dunn, nose tackle, excuse me. Brandon Dunn, Marcus Hardison, DJ Reader, Darius Kilgo, and Kingsley Opara. You got Reader, automatic. Watt, automatic. Covington is going to be automatic. I think Dunn's going to be in the mix personally. I think you got Dunn. Then you're talking Watkins. I think Watkins is in the mix automatically. And then yeah, I think Heath might be your Heath is your last guy. I like Heath. Heath actually is having a camp here pretty soon. Blackson, he got a little bit of PT last year, didn't he? That name sounds a little familiar. I want to say he did a little something. We're going to go with Heath because Heath is a solid guy. Heath is starter. Okay. So tell me if y'all would agree with this. If y'all have any if y'all have a disagreement, this is the 6 I got for the line. Reader, Watt, Covington, Watkins, Dunn, and Heath. Let me know what you guys think, if you guys have any disagreements with that. If not, we'll move on to the outside linebackers / edge. Hey, you ain't motherfucking lying, man. You ain't lying about that shit. Motherfucking roll tacos like bloods. I'll be doing that. I'll be making me some little breakfast tacos in the morning and shit. Yeah, man. That's fucking funny. What's up, hot boy Justin? What's the motherfucking deal, man? All right. Okay, we get to agree with that. All right, let's move on to the outside linebacker / edge rushers. Clowney, automatic. I don't think that's even a question. Now that brings us with Davin Bellamy, Duke Ejiofor, the wild shot. That guy looks like he was raised by, like he's like a Tarzan. Peter Kalambai, Brendan Scarlett, Whitney Merciless, Kamalu, and LaTroy Lewis. Merciless, duh, automatic. And we're saying we're carrying 4 on the outside slash edge. Man, it's always good, man. Just been holding it down, man. Just, stirring up sauce every damn day. We're glad to see you back, man. Kamalu, I like Kamalu. Again, biased because his old lady liked one of the videos that I did about him. So look, I'll be having personal biases. Look, don't hate on me. My personal opinion, again, like I said, I want to know what you guys think. Of course, we got I think Scarlett. We're talking 2 more spots. It's going to be interesting because I think out of the spots that are going to be left, you're looking between Ejiofor, Scarlett, and maybe Kamalu. I don't know. But again, the names we have left for outside linebacker slash edge is LaTroy Lewis, Kamalu, Brendan Scarlett, Peter Kalambayi, Duke Ejiofor, and Davin Bellamy. So out of those, which 2 names do you pull? I think that it's going to be, I think Scarlett is in the mix. And that's what I think too, because it seems like to me, Kamalu was a guy on the line though, wasn't he? But then I think they tried him at outside a little bit last year. But he's a big, huge dude to be out there fucking. He just looks real big. So I see you saying Duke and Scarlett. So you imagine the bias of the coaches. You see, not a fan of Brooke. I thought Scarlett was starting to come on a little bit when he got hurt. Because didn't he have like 2 sacks the game he ended up getting hurt? Or he had a sack and maybe a tackle for a loss, something like that the game he got hurt. He was starting to actually make a couple of plays. But again, there's a reason that they, picked up a couple of edge rushers in the draft because maybe they're not completely satisfied. Maybe, again, they want some versatility. I think the Duke kid is going to be in the mix. I think Kalambayi, from what I've seen, I think he's a little raw, but I think he may be able to do a little something. So here's what we do. Y'all give me 2 names, and again, we'll do it like we did with the tight end situation. So like again, we have Ejiofor, Scarlett, Kalambayi. We're gonna just call it KB shit. Goddamn, all that extra shit. I ain't got time for all that. We can call him PK, Peter Kumbaya. Kamalu and LaTroy Lewis. Again, with these positions, it is a little, because like I said, Kamalu and that just seems a little bit off. But going by what they have listed, versatility is the key here. I'm seeing looking like Duke is definitely getting some love, so we're gonna go ahead and drop him. And in the 4th spot, I'm seeing some Scarletts. I'm seeing a couple of Scarletts. Okay. All right. Dookie Pookie. Stop. We'll run with Scarlett because I guess that's the next best. I like Kamalu though. Again, I have my bias. What do we have next? We have linebackers inside. I think this one should be a little bit or a pretty easy one. You got Zach. You're going to have a Zach attack. You got Cole. No, you're not questioning that. But let me see who all they have listed. And of course, you got Bernardrick. And then I think after that, honestly, I think you're going to, if we're taking, what do we got here at linebacker? 5? Okay. You got Zach, Cole, McKinney. Then you have left over, you have Ben Heaney, Brian Peters, Josh Keys, or Keyes, or I'm guessing Keys, and Keenan Gilchrist. I'm thinking Peters takes one of those spots. What's up, Darren? What's the motherfucking deal? Oh, he been putting the work on you? Brian Cushion. Stop. I'm going to say, because, yeah, again, like I say, with the rest of these guys, they are kind of, it's almost the same guy. Brian Peters, probably being the tallest of the group, where he's one of the taller guys. He's 6'4". Heaney's a 6-foot guy. Dylan Cole, and of course, we already got him in the mix. Gilchrist, a 6'2" guy. But it's in 6'2", 225 is what they got him listed as. The Josh Key, 6'2", 225, they got him listed. Brian Peters, a 6'4", 240 guy. Ben Heaney, 6 foot, 230. Heaney, I know he came on. We picked him up late off. Did we get him off the street or did we? Clarence, what's the motherfucking deal, man? Never named Chad Johnson. But you see, he changed his name to HonchoSaucy. So there you go. But I say 4 of the 5 is Zach, Cole, McKinney, and Peters. Because Peters, if I'm not mistaken, contributes on special teams pretty well. And what you have left over is, I guess, the Heaney, the Keys, whatever, and Gilchrist. So, again, y'all drop y'all's opinion. Again, Heaney, Keys, and Gilchrist. Who is the 5th? I don't know. He doesn't know. It's just HonchoSaucy. We don't call him Chad. We just call him HonchoSaucy. No, not Marcus Gilchrist. Keenan. Like Keenan Ivory Wayans. So let's see. So he put in more work to fill in his weight gains. I got to catch up. Honestly, like I say, out of this, because I'm not really familiar with Gilchrist. I'm not familiar with the Josh Keys kid either, but I think I follow him on Twitter, one of them. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Heaney, because again, having a little bit of experience in the system already. 26 years old. He's a little bit. I think he has a couple of years on the other 2 guys. Yeah, he's only got a year on Keys and about 3 years on Keenan Gilchrist. That's what I'm saying. These are no names. I'm going to say Heaney just because of the familiarity, and the other guys are just not that familiar. Again, like I say, we don't want to be pancakes and be picking 76 motherfuckers. So we'll just try to level it off. All right, so now we got 10 more guys on this roster to pick. These should be very easy pickings. The thing that we've had the most problem with throughout these years, and that is the secondary. So we'll be starting off with the corners. We're going to go with 5 corners, and we're going to go with 5 safeties. So, again, automatics, Joseph. They just picked up old buddy's option, so you know Johnson. Colvin. And then, again, with the movement back and forth with some of these guys, it kind of makes me wonder some things too. But because I'm wondering if they're going to try to use some of that versatility. Betamosi, however you say his name, he's going to be in the mix because Akeem just a better J-Joe. Yeah, for the most part. But again, Akeem it's the attitude issue. That's what they go run with him. You know, that's going to be their thing. We don't want them on there snatching chains. Yeah, Johnson Betamosi is going to be there because they made a move for him. So that leaves you with Andre Chachary, Jermaine Kelly Jr., D. Virgin. And right now they still have Kareem Jackson listed at cornerback, but we're going to run with him as a safety because of, the announcement was made. And then Josh Thornton. So who fills up that 5th spot? You got Thornton, Virgin, Chachary, Kelly. Again, like I say, whoever I see the most votes for, that's who we'll run with in the 5th spot for corner. I like the D Virgin kid personally. I want to see if he's developed something. It seemed like he wasn't a virgin in the first few preseason games because he was getting fucked, but he seemed to kind of step it up towards the last. I want to say the 3rd preseason game. I can't remember. It was one of them. He looked all right. He didn't look just trash. I've seen a lot of folks seeing Kelly. I've seen a Virgin. You say the Cood going back to corner. That's what I'm considering too. I'm like, what, that's why I say this is kind of sketchy because of these position changes. I have no idea who Chachary is. I have no background on that. And Josh Thornton, I'm not familiar with either. 5'11" guy, 185 with Thornton, and then Chatri, 6 foot 200 guy. Jermaine Kelly, I may agree because he's taller than a lot of these other guys. You got D Virgin at 5'10", and I'd like to see some height on the corners. Hey. We haven't talked about safeties yet. Heidi, I haven't left out Andre. AJ Bouye. Like I said, I see the most love is for Kelly. Well, 2 votes for Kelly. I see a vote for Virgin. 2 votes for Virgin. And so, again, between Kelly and Virgin, we're going to do what we did earlier. Heads for Virgin. No. Tails for Virgin. Heads for Kelly. Oh, well, hold on. We got another Virgin vote. Seth, you already voted once for Kelly. So we got 2 Kellys. Like I say, I see a Virgin, B. Selvin, Broderick Brooks. So now we that actually does make sit heads for Virgin. Yeah. Does that technically still make them a Virgin? No. Okay. I've seen a couple of Kellys pop up late. All right. So I think we're gonna end up running with Kelly. Like I say, y'all, it's your vote counts. So make sure that you participate. All right, so for the corners, we're running with Joseph, Johnson, Colvin, Batamosi, and Kelly. You can think the Virgin gets fucked for the 2nd year in a row, and yet is still a Virgin. All right, and so let's look at the position where I feel like the most interesting offseason moves were made. And we're going to say we're carrying 5 safeties. All right. But we're going to have Treston. He is listed currently as a safety. And so that's where we're going to run with. So Honey Badger, of course, no questions asked. Justin Reed, of course, no questions asked. Now that leaves you with who they have listed: Andre Howell, Curtis Drummond. Good grief! I didn't know Curtis was still on the roster. I thought they had cut it for some reason. Howell, Drummond, Treston, Corey Moore, Abraham Campbell. Now Howell is out by technicality because we're saying this is the beginning, first game roster who is available. And if Foreman was not included because we're pondering his injury, then Howell will not be included in the first game. So that puts Matthew Reed. I personally think that leaves with Drummond, Dakoud, Moore, and Campbell. So out of those, who misses out? Because if we're going to carry 5, that would make 5. So we got Matthew and Reed as locks. Hal is missing because he's not available. So out of Campbell, Moore, Dakoud, and Drummond. Oh, and fuck, I forgot this when Jackson. Damn it, my fault. Because we didn't put Jackson in the safety category. My bad. So that actually, out of these 4, pick 2, and whichever 2 you guys, whichever 2 get the most votes, then that's what we'll run with. So that leaves, again, Campbell, Moore, Treston, and Drummond. So y'all pick y'all's 2, and like I say, I'll definitely take the notes. We already got like I said, we already got Kareem, Reed, and Jackson already down. So we got to figure out who the last 2 are. So I see Dakoud and Moore. I'll vote for each of those. Okay. 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 I see a couple of folks running with Dakoud and Moore. Okay. No love for Campbell's soup. I see how it is. And no love for Drummond was a hell of a player at Michigan State, man. I mean, this is looking like consensus picks here. These motherfucking unanimous decisions and shit. I think it's pretty obvious. So I think it's pretty obvious. Yeah, no, but Drummond hasn't done anything in the pros. He was solid in Michigan State. He was actually better. I mean, when I went back and kind of looked at him, I was like, damn, he's actually pretty good. But he's done nothing. Nothing in the bigs, man. The bigs is where it counts. Darius slaying Danielle Manning. I wish we could bring back Danielle Manning. Danielle Manning. That was when the Texans were really doing something, man. That's when we were solid. So we're gonna go more into Cood as the last two to round out this 53-man roster picked by the SauceNation. Okay. And I didn't really keep up with the rest of it, so this is what we're going to do. I'm going to just put this down here in the minutes at and here's what we got for the final roster. Our final 53 for the day one or game one roster, opening day, kickoff roster, whatever you want to call it. So I'll explain the numbers and everything as we go back for all those who came late and what we have now. And then you guys can definitely drop any dissenting opinions that you may have had along the way. And we'll go from there. So we carry two quarterbacks, Watson and Whedon. We then said we're going to run with 5 running backs, and the conclusion was Miller, Blue, Prosh, Irvin, and Swanson. We said we'd be carrying 6 receivers, Hopkins, Fuller, Ellington, Kuti, Thompson, and White. 3 tight ends, Anderson, Akins, and Griffin. 4 tackles, Davenport, Rankin, Henderson, and Slade. We considered a swing. Guards, Cineo, Fulton, and Allen. At center, Martin and Manx. Special teams players, specialists, whatever you want to call them, Weeks, Fairbairn, and Leckler. The defensive line, Reeder, Watt, Covington, Watkins, Dunn, and Heath. Outside linebacker / edge rusher, Clowney, Merciless, Duke Ejiofor, and Scarlett. Linebackers would be Cunningham, Cole, McKinney, Peters, and Heaney. We said we'd carry 5 cornerbacks, Joseph, Johnson, Colvin, Badimosi, and Kelly. And we said we'd carry 5 safeties, and that was Matthew, Reed, Jackson, Moore, and DeCoud. So after we go back over this list, after we kind of had a chance to look at it and, speak it out into the existence, is there anybody that you guys think you would change? I'm not saying that we're going to go back and change it because we went by the general vote, as much of a vote as we could obtain. But is there anybody that you think that you would go back and alter? Anybody that you think that you would switch up, or that you are hearing that list that you don't think is going to make it, that you think would be replaced? And who do you think that person should be replaced by? I know a couple of folks came in late, so I definitely like to see who you guys think would make it. Lamb. Damn the Lamb. The Amber Lamb. Hold on 1 second. All right, cool. Let me make sure I got that out. All right, awesome. Deshaun Watson, you would change Watson? Oh. And I like Jordan Thomas, like I said, but we're just speculating with the numbers that we had. I wouldn't be surprised if we do end up carrying 4. I know Broderick had mentioned that earlier, that he thinks that we'd end up carrying 4 tight ends, and I wouldn't be surprised if we did. Like I said, I don't think these are going to be. I think some of these numbers will be different because, of course, the Texans operate in their own little manner. Lamb's still on the roster, but hopefully he is not. He's still on the roster somehow, some way. He's still there. Okay, I see Dakud back to quarterback, and goodbye Griffin. Okay, I see Slade by Johnson that we picked up from the Browns. Okay. No, stop it. Tyler Irvin. You see Irvin. You would replace Irvin? Who would you change Irvin with? James Harden. Yes, sir. Hit that. Yeah, Roscoe, let him know, man. Hit that stream, man. And while we're getting these your last second thoughts in, we'll be in the Kush Den at 9 tonight. We'll be talking about the dream vacation destination. And so, think about a place that you would always like to go, or would have always liked to have gone, or maybe will be going soon, or have been. And we'll be discussing that, and talking about some things around that. And then later on this evening, we'll be on the mixer, and I just discovered that Payday 2 game, and I find that very entertaining. So I'll probably be on the mixer playing that tonight. And if you have a Game Pass or you fuck with Payday 2, man, holler at me. Maybe we can you can join in live, and we can be part of the stream as we commit some crimes and robberies digitally via the video games. Who the fuck vacations in Atlanta? Only Real Family. He's definitely down there. He loves it. That's why he likes it, Real Family. That's exactly why he likes it. So that's his thing. But again, you said Irvin has until week 6. Like I say, of course some of these are going to be changed. We're talking about health and who's going to be available week 1. And the general consensus that Foreman wouldn't be ready for week 1, but he would be on the roster, of course. We're just talking about who we think will be on the roster week 1. Not saying that Foreman is gone or anything like that. So I know that name wasn't mentioned. If he is fully healthy, definitely he'll be in the mix. Kuti we got Kuti as under the wide receivers. So I see B Shell says Jester. He thinks Jester's gonna make the cut. Like I say, it's quite possible, but it's gonna be interesting to see what happens. It's gonna be very interesting to see what happens. So here's the deal. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I thought Armani got picked up. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. I think they're going to do some interesting things with Kuti. Like I said, there's been a lot of talk about him, but again, I have to be very careful with the talk that comes out of Texans camps and things, because again, all those folks last year were raving, "Oh, Kendall Lamb is looking great," and I think he's a big softy, dog. I don't think he's got the like. I'm not saying you got to be out there and just be hard and all that other shit, but he just lacks some things. He just shows some things from him that I don't think he has. Lamb just doesn't have the personality, in my opinion, to be a starter, be a player in this league, really. You know what I mean? Like, he's not a dog. He ain't got no dog in him. Like, no dog in him whatsoever. And you need at least a little bit to get some PT. That dude he ain't got it, dog. The dude does not have it. Kendall Lamb lacks heart. He's too busy working on his twerking instead of his fucking footwork. And that's the fucking problem. So, I don't want to know anything about that. On that note, thanks to Voodoo Child. I just want to let all of y'all know, man, hey, I appreciate y'all taking the time to stir up some special sauce on a Saturday. Normally we don't do this, but like I said, hey man, why not? Why not get an accurate, or at least try to get exactly 53 instead of being like those experts around town who give you 76-man, 53-man rosters somehow, some way. But you already know. But I got to let y'all know, man, I appreciate y'all, because time is the one asset that you can never get back. And the fact that y'all take the time to spend it with your boy, chopping it up, talking sports, talking about the city of Houston and every other thing that goes on around the world, if it's here in the Kush Den or in the Kush Den or here speaking sports. Like I said, I definitely sincerely appreciate it. And with that being said, we're going to chunk up the deuce. Y'all be cool like y'all be cool, man. SauceNation will be back at it tomorrow. Should be round table action tomorrow. And we'll make that shake. what else I can say? I'm going to chunk up the deuce, and I'll catch y'all in about 40 minutes or so in the Kush Den. Make sure you be there or be square. I'm out.